Hello, my name is Amir, and you're watching the Fitness Audit. I've been a personal trainer for 2 years, and I'm a part owner of 52 Strong. Today on the show, we have
Alex.
Alex. Tell us a little bit about you, Alex.
All right, I'm Alex. I'm originally from New Jersey. I live in Florida now. Love it here. Great place to live.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with the traffic?
Yeah. I'm an FGCU student. My major is criminal justice. I plan on becoming a police officer as a career. That's always what I've wanted to do. I'd like to get in shape for sure so I can do better with it. And just for myself in general. Mm-hmm. I've been working out here and there for a little while, but never like fully committed to like dieting or having anything like that. But it's definitely something I wanted to get into. I see the opportunity, and I'm going to take the opportunity for sure.
Absolutely. So what is your current weight? Where are we at?
220-ish.
220. Okay. And when's the last time you weighed yourself?
It's been a little while, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Got it. So at 220, and then current height?
6 feet.
6 feet. Lucky. I'm 5'11". It's tough out here. All right. So 220, 6 foot. How do you feel currently right now about where you're at fitness-wise?
I think I could do a lot better. I think maybe like 190, 195 would be better. Maybe like 180-ish. Just where it's where there's no body fat. It's just
where the fat's less visible. You look more lean. You want to have
I want to be lean. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
For sure.
Definitely, that's a goal of a lot of people is to kind of lean out. Mm-hmm. What do you do right now for exercise, kind of fitness-wise? What is your current routine?
Working out, really. That's it. Mm-hmm. Just, I haven't been dieting or anything. Just really, I lift for like an hour, a couple times a week. Mm-hmm. Maybe between 3 and 6 times a week, just depending on what my schedule allows for.
3 and 6 times a week.
3 to yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty big range.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all dependent on what my schedule allows, really.
Interesting. Would you say you find it hard to find time to work out?
I wouldn't say like I do 3 bare minimum. Push, pull, and legs bare minimum at least once, but I try to do that twice.
Okay, and how long have you been having that consistent 3 times a week at minimum for?
In high school, I was able to do 6 pretty easily because there was just less going on. But now I would say more. I do 3 times a week than 6 for sure. But the goal is to get to 6 once my schedule allows a little more.
Schedule. So you say your schedule affects your exercise.
Yeah,
affects your routine.
There's a lot of classwork I have to do.
Okay.
Just things come up and I have to go deal with it as it comes. Just if like my friends have something going on and I need to help them out with something, I go do that. Or just anything like can come up anytime. And it's been a little bit hard.
Anything can come up at any time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So, but you always get at least 3.
I always get at least 3.
And how long has that been consistent for? Is that more than 6 months?
At least 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, yeah. I would say I started really lifting my junior year of high school, and now I'm a freshman here. So, yeah, at least, and back then I was doing 6 very easily. I was a little bit more in shape then than I am now, which I think is probably partially why I'm a little bit heavier than I want to be, but I don't think it's gotten to the point where it's that bad. It's just I want to make an active change just so I can, and maybe I need to prioritize it a little bit more for sure. But it's more about just making the active change before I end up on like my 600-pound life. I'm not anywhere close to that. I'm just.
If you had to rank yourself 1 through 10 fitness wise, where would you put yourself?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 out of 10. So you say you're average.
Yeah.
We're talking average in the American population.
Yeah, probably about, yeah.
Okay, 4 to 5. You say you're about average. And now you said you've put on more weight recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freshman 15.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
You think it comes down to your
Yeah.
diet?
Yeah, really, honestly.
Okay. So our main problem area right now that you're talking about is the dieting.
Yeah, because I do exercise.
And
I
you've been
lift.
exercising for a long time.
Yeah, I've been lifting.
So you'd say you've built some muscle.
Oh, for sure.
Because if
For
you've
sure.
been lifting for 2 years,
Oh, for sure, I've built some muscle.
you've built some strength
But-
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know your bench, squat, deadlift?
Well, I don't like do the barbell bench. I do dumbbells, and I could do 75s.
For how many reps?
Full reps, full like 10, 3
Okay.
sets, 10.
With the 75. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
strong. Got it. So you've built up strength for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you do push-pull legs. If you were to take me through your average, let's say, pull day, give me the list. Give me the workout routine.
Full day. Okay, so back and bicep. So I would just do curls, cable curls, individual curls like with the cables, just to isolate the arms.
Okay. So you'd start with arms?
Yeah. Oh well, I kind of alternate.
Okay, you go back and forth.
And then I don't know what it's called. It's where you go
Lat pull down.
yeah, lat pull downs, rows, and usually that's really it.
Got it. So rows, lat pull. Pretty
Pretty standard.
standard pull day. I'd say it's solid. What's your rep range, you'd say? 10 to 12?
Three sets, and then 10 to 12.
Okay, and that's
sure.
the same for everything.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then sometimes I'll throw in forearms. That's something that my friend Tony, who's I was told is on this podcast actually.
Oh.
He put me onto that.
Got it.
So
There you go. Shout out Tony. So that's your workout. But you're saying you've been consistent with that.
Yeah.
And you've been doing
Yeah.
that for a while. And you've
At least 3
seen
times a week, yeah.
results.
Oh,
so
for
it's
sure.
been effective.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
The change happened in the dieting. Were you
Yeah.
when was the last time you say you were eating healthiest?
Summer.
Okay.
Because ever since I got here, it's just like you go out and you eat a lot with your friends, or you.
Are you in a dorm?
Yeah,
So you don't have access to a kitchen.
I do have access to a kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
but it's just I have a meal plan, so I just would prefer to use that.
For the dining?
Yeah,
Got it.
and I feel like there's some healthy options. There's like grilled chicken. I'm
There
very big on
absolutely
that.
is. There is healthy options there for sure. They change it up sometimes. So sometimes the healthy
Yeah.
option might not be a good option. In that case, since you have access to a kitchen, what is how many times a week are you cooking?
I'm not right now.
0.
Yeah,
Got it.
but I have pans, so I could.
Have you ever tracked calories, tracked macros?
Yeah, but I don't know how much to put in for that, to be honest, so I don't feel like I was doing it accurately.
Okay. So you did try. You made an
Yeah.
attempt, and
Yeah.
ultimately you feel like you weren't able to do it properly. So you gave up.
Yeah, because I don't know what like 100 grams of chicken looks like or whatever.
Do you have a food scale? That's what you'd use a food scale.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have one.
All right. Got it. So maybe right now we're looking into just would you be willing to start tracking the calories?
Yeah,
again?
of
Because
course,
if your
yeah.
goal, if your current goal
Yeah.
is weight loss right now, it's like you said, going to come down to the dieting. And
I'd like to lose weight and keep my muscle if that's possible.
absolutely,
Yeah.
that's possible. You can lose weight and keep muscle. That you can probably build muscle.
Yeah.
So
No, that'd be great because I would like to keep putting on muscle.
yeah, I would say you're only going to end up actually losing muscle if you get to the point where you're dropping below 10% body fat and you're maintaining that for a
Yeah.
long time. If you're just cutting down to somewhere where, if you had to guess, what is your current body fat percentage? Just throw out
I
any
have
number.
no idea.
All right, not even a clue.
Like not even a clue. No.
That's all right. After we finish the body scan segment, we'll go back and we can check in on those numbers and we'll see where we're at with the body fat percentage. A healthy body fat percentage is we want to get you to at least 20%.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll look where you're at now. We'll see the changes we need to make, and I'll drop out the numbers to see what it looks like and what we got to do diet-wise for tracking the calories. You've been training for a long time. Where did it begin? Why did you go to the gym for the first time?
when I was like 15 or 16, whatever I was in junior year, I just got a Planet membership because I would just go with my friends.
So you went just because your friends were going?
Yeah.
It's kind of a social.
Yeah, Planet Fitness right around the corner from my house. I would just walk. You don't need a car to go there. You don't need anything. It's just a place to go hang out for like an hour.
Okay. Would you say your workouts are normally about an hour long?
Yeah, around.
Got it. And your information wise, like, because when you go into the gym for the first time, you just don't know things. Where did you get your information from at the beginning?
Just my friends. They would just
Okay.
like put me on to different workouts. I don't know if it's really a workout issue. It's more about like a dieting issue. Like
Did you ever
said.
get any advice from your friends on dieting, on eating healthy? They ever help you
Yeah,
with
but
that?
it's like I've been told so many different things about it. I don't even know what to believe.
Really? So
And
it's kind of an overload of
yeah,
information. Too much information.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's true. And
I
what's
feel
not.
like you could definitely help me out more than they could because I feel like they're just not knowing completely what they always. Not Tony, because Tony's told me about having body fat or about eating fat or eating chicken or just. But it's like I've been told that. I've been told you just need to eat healthy and clean, and you can eat as much as you want. I was told is my other friend who I think doesn't know what he's talking about. He was saying you just need to eat steak and eggs and all this cholesterol for every meal, and then that's what's going to make you healthy because that's what our ancestors were eating.
Okay, the ancestral diet.
Yeah.
Liver King style.
Yeah.
Interesting. What'd you think of that when he said that?
Well, because he's not going to see this, I don't care.
Take
but,
everything with an open mind, right?
Yeah. Not so sure about that one.
Uh-huh.
You say cholesterol's a good thing. Yeah, not so sure about that.
Ultimately, the best advice I can give you, and just the like quickest thing, if you have any takeaway from this, is calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
If you know how many calories are going into your body and you know how many are going out, you can not only guarantee weight loss, but you can guarantee how much you lose and when you lose it. So that is the cheat code, the secret diet hack, the thing. There's been all these things over so many years. It all comes down to calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
Now, that's for losing weight. Things like cholesterol, things like a lot of those different diets are more about how you feel while losing the weight. Have you ever been on a specified diet before where you tried to lose weight? No. So you've always kind of just eat intuitively.
Just try to pick the best option, yeah.
Okay, based off your own discretion.
Yeah.
And your own knowledge. Got it. So at what point in your life were you the most in shape?
Probably my junior or senior year of high school. I was doing pretty good. I was at like 195. I wasn't really fat. I was more so just like a little bit chubby. I kind of feel like I am now. I don't feel like I'm like obese or anything. I just like a little bit too like fat where you could just, there's improvement for sure. I was just in the gym 6 times a week. I was fully committed to it. That was like my whole on gym phase.
Okay.
Especially towards the end of my junior year. But yeah, I would say around then.
And what changed?
Diet and schedule, really.
Diet and schedule.
Schedule was more recent though.
Okay.
Because once you start college, you have a lot more going on.
The diet changed though.
The diet.
So there was a point where you're eating healthier.
Yeah. It's more so just like, diet.
And that's due to being in college, maybe not having as healthy options for food as you did when you were in high school.
Yeah, because I don't live at home anymore, so.
I absolutely understand that. My first semester of college, thankfully, I was in my bulk, so I was trying to gain weight. But even that, it's definitely a struggle, especially because certain dorms you don't have access to a kitchen, can't cook. A lot of the meals around our college, a lot of the food options around there just aren't great.
Yeah.
So I know that personally for you. Ultimately, the best thing you can do is just know the numbers, know what's going in your body, and know what it means. And that comes down to the proteins, the fats, and the carbs. Fats and the carbs. So what do you know so far about nutrition? What do you know about macros?
You need to have a certain amount of everything every day, but I don't know what number that is.
Yeah.
But I know you need a certain amount of everything. I know there's protein, fat, carbs. That's really it.
So you
not
don't have a negative outlook.
I don't have a
on any
negative
specific macro, because a lot of people, they'll look at it and they'll say, "Oh, I heard fats are bad, so I shouldn't eat fats, or carbs are bad for me," or things like that. But you do understand, because that's one of the biggest things out there is proteins, fats, and carbs all are necessary.
Yeah.
And all are needed in their own proportion.
Yeah.
Got it.
Of course.
Perfect. Okay. And that's when you were most in shape. At what point in your life were you least in shape?
I was just a fat kid. Maybe
Okay.
when I was like 10 or 11. I didn't exercise at all. It was just like I'd beg my mom for like McDonald's or whatever.
Okay.
It was never like
The
that.
golden- the golden arches.
Yeah. It was never like horrible. It was just like, yeah.
And what would you say you compare yourself now to then? What is the difference between the worst point in your life, health and fitness wise, and where you are right now?
I just don't think like I think it's like I'm not in shape. Well, I'm not out of shape or in shape right now. It's like it's because I definitely have like stamina. I could run like 2-3 miles perfectly fine.
Do you do any cardio right now in your current fitness routine?
I don't really have the chance, but I've done a lot of cardio. Like my job is a lot of cardio. I'm a referee at the rec center.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And I have no issue with it. It's not affecting my lifestyle really. I'm not unhealthy to a point where I can't do anything. It's more about self-improvement.
On the current path you're on right now, do you think it'll get to the point where it becomes like, are you currently gaining weight, or have you managed already to slow it down?
I think it's definitely slowing down.
Okay.
But,
the weight's still going up.
I just want to make sure that I'm in a place where I'm gonna be good to do as much as I can to improve myself.
So, yeah, you already recognize the benefits of exercise.
I'm not horrible. I was never on my never to the point where I'm my 600-pound life. More so just about self-improvement.
Okay. Got it. And that's the whole reason for the gym. You'd say when you go to the gym, what motivates you to go is self-improvement.
Self-improvement, yeah, really. That's it.
That's good. That's great. So you were talking about you had friends. Friends are what originally got you into the gym. Who would you say best supports you in your fitness journey right now?
I kind of just go by myself, honestly.
Not even going to the gym with people, but just people who support you. People who are like, hey, you need this, I can help you, eat healthier. Here's some help on this.
Tony was definitely offering it for sure. I don't really, he was offering it for a while actually, but it kind of just stopped coming up in conversation, I guess. But other than that, I had friends back home who would offer me help and just talk to me about this stuff.
Yeah.
Again, I don't really know if they know what they're doing, but that's why I'm here. But
yeah, that's why everyone's here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But they were good intention for sure.
And that's great. So you have people around you that are keeping you motivated, keeping you, supporting you. Right now, so far, we've talked about difficulties in diet and difficulties in scheduling. What other obstacles have you faced in your fitness journey?
That's really it, honestly.
Those are the two main things. It's finding time for the gym.
It's finding time and eating right, for sure.
Eating healthy. And then how has your fitness, both at the best point in your life and the worst, and right now, affected your mental health?
It definitely causes you to what's the word for it? For your self-confidence and your self-esteem. It's a big thing for your self-esteem for sure. Because I felt really good about myself when I was in my junior year. I was dropping weight. I was in the gym all the time. It really improved my self-esteem. And then
how did that affect things outside of the gym, just around your general life?
I was just happier. I was just doing more. I was going out more, not in a bad way. I would go hang out with my friends, play sports with my friends. That's really it.
And you say that's
higher energy levels.
Right now, are you being negatively affected by self-esteem?
Honestly, no, not really. It's just there's just a room for improvement. I feel like that would boost it, if anything, for sure.
So at what point, right? You said you've recently gained some weight. At what point did you realize, okay, I'm getting to the point where I'm becoming unhealthy. I'm getting to a point that I don't like. What kind of flipped that switch in your head? You're like, okay, I got to focus more on my eating, focus more on being healthy.
It's not like that bad, but I just want to I want to make sure that I'm in the right place. I don't really think there was one specific point where that happened. More so, just like I just decided I want to make a change.
So you want to make a change. You want to lose weight. That's our goal right now, is to get you to 190, 180, somewhere in between there.
Yeah, somewhere in between there.
220. So we're looking to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
30 pounds. Let's say you do get there. What's next?
Maybe just put some muscle on and get back to like 220, but like in a healthy way. Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking to maintain a fitness lifestyle even once you get there. Because a lot of the problem is some people become really motivated, become really dedicated. They might get to exactly where they want to be, but with no direction on where to go afterwards, they kind of lose that motivation and they just fall back and then fall into a cycle. Right? The key is we definitely want to keep not only short-term goals, but long-term goals. So I would set your goal of losing weight, of leaning out, as a short-term goal, because I think it's something that's going to take you less than a year to do.
Yeah.
And you can get there relatively easily given that you put in the work that it takes. So as a short-term goal, we're going to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Afterwards, we need to gain muscle.
Yeah.
So we can just put that as what I would...
Because because I am a naturally like big person, which is why I'm saying maybe 180 pounds, because that is probably what I would naturally weigh if I was at like a healthy body fat, or like 190 pounds. I actually don't know what number it would be, but yeah, that's what I was thinking probably it would be, because I'm just naturally tall and I do have a lot of muscle, but yeah.
Absolutely. So for our long-term goal, we're gonna set that as maintaining the body fat you're at. When you lose this weight, we want to stay at the body fat, but we want to put on muscle. Main gain.
Yep.
And what that is going to be for a long-term goal, main gain, what that really is going to mean is that you are going to be eating at a slight caloric surplus.
Okay.
You're going to be eating slightly more than you're burning, and you're just focused on getting in healthy foods, lots of protein, and being consistent in the gym.
Okay.
You already got one of those down.
Yeah.
We just got to get the other two. What do you know so far about calories? Do you know what your daily expenditure is? Have you ever looked into it?
2,000.
Okay. So you just assume around 2,000.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
By who? Just friends?
Well, if you just look it up, it says I put it into some calculator.
Yeah. Okay. So you have done some research into like a calculator and looking at that. Do you have a scale at home?
No, and that's why it's been a while since I weighed myself.
Okay. So maybe let's look into not just getting a food scale. That's one thing for the calorie tracking that you said you are open to doing.
Yeah, how much are food scales?
$11 on Amazon.
I would definitely
$10
do that for sure, 100%.
Yeah, and then a body weight scale, which I think you probably don't even have. I think the rec center probably has one if you ask them.
Yeah.
So
if I could just use that, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
Making sure you can weigh yourself every morning, and then a key thing is don't care about what the weight says.
Yeah.
What the weight says every single morning doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
As long as you're tracking it down, the key is you're going to have to take an average. Every 2 weeks, you take the average number and you write that down as your 2-week average. So you're going to be tracking two things: your everyday weight, your 2-week average weight. If you're still gaining weight on the 2-week average, you're going to have to lower the calories.
Yeah.
If you're losing weight too fast, which is a real thing. If you lose weight too fast...
Is that a bad thing?
It is a bad thing. It does get to the point, and I know most people don't ever get to that point where they're losing weight too fast because it's difficult. But some people fall into, heavy motivation, really become dedicated, and they fall into this like not eating anything at all. So I will like recommend you macros, but then some people won't even hit those, let alone go over them. Yeah. And then they're losing weight too fast. If you're losing like 3 pounds a week, that's an example of too fast. We got to slow it down, because when you do get to your goal, what's going to happen is all that difficulty, the moment you lose that slight bit of motivation, you're going to fall into just eating a lot, and you're going to gain it all back. if you very slowly work your way down not even very slowly, if you work your way down at the proper pace, when you get to that point, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel better. You're not going to feel hungry all the time. You're going to have more energy. You're actually going to get the benefits of losing weight. So it's all about that 2-week average. If it's too fast, you got to up the calories. Make sure you're always hitting the calories. So if you're recommended 1,400 and you only eat 1,000, now that messes with our numbers. Now we don't know, is 1,400 a good number? Should we lower it? Should we raise it? Because you're not even eating 1,400. So it's important that you track what you're eating and you try and eat as close to the same amount every single day. Absolutely. What is your current belief in yourself? Like,
I feel like I could for sure do it.
You can do it.
Oh, I for sure.
1 through 10.
It's
10 being it's gonna happen. It's not even a question.
10.
If I'm given the right
10
resources.
10, but I just don't know how fast it'll happen.
Okay.
So
that's good.
because I've been telling myself it's been a 10 for a while, and it just never happened. But I know it will happen because I know I'm for sure capable of it.
Got it. All right. So now we're gonna go into the body scan, and we'll come back when we're done with that. All right, so we just got the body scan results right here on the iPad. You can look over. This is your 3D model, right? All this will be sent to your email. First thing we're going to go over is the measurements and body fat, because that's your goal. Right now, you're at 36% body fat, 60% lean mass, and 2.9% bone mass. Your bone density is good, so you're good there. I hope so. You're pretty young, so that shouldn't be a problem. Going over to the fitness, this is really what's important. So at 36%, you're getting to the point, and this is kind of what you said actually before, is you said you feel yourself getting to the point where you're becoming unhealthy, but you're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
This shows that you're definitely at that point where it's like, if the trend continues of you gaining weight, you will get to the point where it's unhealthy and it is going to be affecting your day-to-day life. So you have the dedication though.
Yeah.
You're here. And now that you know and you're looking at it, you told me 10 out of 10, you will be able to focus on the results I give you, the information I give you, and we can get it down to, we want to set our goal at, if we can get from 36% to 21%, that'll be a huge difference. Going over to the calculator, this will show what that actually means, right? So if we get you down to the 21%, that's going to take losing 40 pounds. So that's 10 pounds more than what we thought. And then if we go to workouts per week, right now you said you're working out 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And that is something that you're consistent with, right?
Yeah, but I'll definitely find a way to increase it to 6 though.
If we can get, it doesn't even have to be 6, because the thing is, if you do too much, you're not consistent. We need absolute consistency.
Yeah.
Let's set it at 4.
Yeah.
4 times. And then those extra 2, don't even make those hypertrophy focused. If you get in these 4 workouts and you find time for a 5th or 6th, I want it to be pure cardio.
Okay.
So you're going to be doing your usual, I want you to do a push, pull, leg, and then a full body day.
Okay.
And that full body day, I want it to be focused on compound movements.
Okay.
Like bench, squat, deadlift. Not high reps. I want it to be focused on strength.
Okay.
So those are your 4 days, your 4-day workout routine. The 5th and 6th day, if you find time for it, I want you to get at least 1 cardio, as in a mile run, where you really push yourself. An hour on the treadmill, you know? Something where you really get the heart rate up to something that's effective. If you can do that and maintain healthy eating, right? Eating at a caloric deficit, and we'll get to that next, you will be at your goal weight, which is going to be losing 40 pounds by April 1st of 2025. That's not too far. I mean, in the grand scheme, that's less than a year. That's very achievable.
So what, that's like 180 pounds that I have to reach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I could definitely do that. Yeah. 180 pounds was kind of I was like, somewhere between 190 and 180 anyway, so.
Yeah. So that's in the realistic time range for you, that you can see yourself being committed, being dedicated.
For sure.
All the way up to April 1st. And then from there, we would reassess where we're at, reassess our goals. Right now, it says your base metabolic rate is about 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
So you're pretty accurate with that one. And on top of that, if you consider yourself working out 4 times a week plus the cardio, it's going to come out to 3,000. I'd say 3,000 a day. That means the deficit we need to aim for if we want to reach your goal is an 800 calorie deficit. So what we're going to do is we're going to start you. I would recommend, if I were to personalize this, 2,400 calories a day. What do you think you're eating right now?
Probably like 3,000 a day.
You think you're eating 3,000 a day? So that's probably why you're gaining weight. If you're eating 3,000 a day and you're only working out 3 times a week, those 3 times a week you might be losing a little bit, but the rest of the week you're down here. And you're eating 900 calories over your base. And that's why you're gaining the weight. So if we get that workout routine the 4 times consistently, plus 1 cardio day, 2 cardio days, you have to keep in mind on the days when you're not working out, you definitely can't go over the calories. Those are the days that you're going to have to be very strict with everything you eat, weighing everything out and being on top of it. All right. With that in mind, we're now going to go to the calorie segment, because this is just a fun little segment we do, kind of get an idea of where you're at, because what you're going to notice is that tracking calories is a skill. Once you do it for 1 month, you're going to get better. 2 months, you're going to get better. By 4 months of consistent everyday tracking what you eat, you're going to be able to look at food and you just know. It's this much protein, this much fat, this much carbs, this many calories. And that's like a superpower. That's something you're going to carry along for the rest of your life and is going to make being healthy and reaching your fitness goals so much easier, which is why I'm so pushy on people about tracking your calories. It's not something you have to do every day for the rest of your life, but it's about just committing to it once so you can build that skill set. And this kind of tests that skill set. We had all our trainers go through and do this, and all of them scored 100%. They were able to guess within 100 calories of every single item. They knew everything, and that just shows kind of what practice can do. First one. We talked about golden arches earlier. Now we're seeing it. McDonald's large fries compared to chicken breast. I want you to guess the calories on each one.
500 for the chicken breast.
Okay.
And maybe like 700-800 for the fries.
Okay, so when you look at this, you believe the large fries are more calories than the chicken breast. 7 ounces. Okay. You're right. The large fries are more by about 100 calories, right? Not a massive difference, but you definitely overstated the calories on the chicken breast, right? What's really important is, especially when you're losing weight, lean protein. Chicken is very lean. Egg whites, that's a protein that doesn't come with a lot of fat. Because what you're going to notice when you start tracking your calories is you're allotted a certain amount of grams of fat. And certain foods can take you over that really quick. People will say burgers are unhealthy, right? When you look at a burger, do you think a burger is unhealthy?
It depends, because is it just actually beef that you get from a grocery store, or is it something that's really processed like McDonald's?
Exactly. And that's what it comes down to, is a burger can be really healthy if you get a lean beef and you throw lettuce and tomatoes and low calorie bread. Then it is healthy. Let's say you go and you use the kind of meat that they would use at fast food, often has more fat because it's cooked in the oil than it does protein. So the protein in a burger from a fast food place is less than the carbs because they're using extremely high caloric bread, and you're putting cheese on it. That's a really common thing, is they put cheese, they put sauces, all those things. And so that just goes to show how one food can be healthy if you cook it at home and you do it the right way. And one food, that same food, can become unhealthy if you go out to eat and you don't know exactly what you're eating. All right, next slide. Touching on that exact subject, what do you think the calories would be on a Culver's burger meal?
A lot. 1,200 plus.
You eat at Culver's?
I've been there one time.
One time?
One time. That was actually like last week because the hurricane. I was in Weston with my family, Weston, Florida. It's right near where the Florida Panthers play.
Culver's is my personal. I like Culver's a lot.
They took me there. We don't have it where I'm from in New Jersey, so. I
like the burgers. I like the chicken sandwich is pretty good. So what's the final answer? Lock in.
1,200. 1,200 for sure.
On the dot. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for that. Where'd you get 1,200? What was going through your mind when you're
It's a guess. I was like, that's gonna be a lot. I was just like, that's easily well over 1,000.
That's good that you're able to get it pretty accurately. So
how many pounds of strawberries?
What would 12,000 calories translate over into pounds of strawberries?
Definitely a lot, but just a guess, maybe 10.
10 pounds of strawberries. Yeah. Not too far off.
No.
8. Pretty accurate. So you're doing a pretty good job so far. I'd give you a pretty good score. Let's keep going. Olive Garden fettuccine alfredo. The big bad guy of calorie. I mean, I don't think maybe something at Cheesecake Factory, but this is probably as bad as it gets. And then that is a homemade buffalo chicken rice bowl. The portion on that is about like this big, if I had to give you an idea.
Well, Olive Garden, it's very calorie dense. I know that. I would say maybe like 1,000.
1,000. What would you say for the chicken bowl?
500.
1,300 calories, and then 400 for the chicken bowl. So even more calories, over 1,000. And that goes to show just like those kinds of minor things. And that's why I'm so big on people tracking their calories is you might look at that, say it's 1,000, but that 300 calorie difference, that happens over 3 meals. You're eating 900 calories over what you should be. That's why everything needs to be measured. Everything needs to go tracked in an app or pen and paper, right? Yeah. Something that you know for sure and you don't leave questions about it. Because your goal, we want you to lose 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Do you want to like question if you're going to lose the 40 pounds or when you're going to lose the 40
pounds?
I
want to know.
You want to know and you want to be certain about it. And thankfully, there's a way to do that. Tracking our calories, making sure we're eating healthy, and cooking at home.
Yeah.
Right here, we have a healthy peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the right side. Don't worry about the photo. The photo is kind of just an example. But on the right side, we have PB Fit. Do you know what that is?
No.
I go over this in every episode. It's so funny. I talk about PB Fit because people don't know. That's interesting. So when you do more research and when you start eating healthy, you're going to look for ways to have better ratios, eat lower calories. And one of those things is like peanut butter. Not very healthy because it's very high in calories, very high in fat. PB Fit is the powdered version where they take the oils out. And so you can put water in it and it turns into peanut butter. Tastes the same, way less fat, way healthier. So if we use that and we use low carb bread, how do you think the calories would change between a normal name brand peanut butter on normal bread between the two?
Maybe like
throw out some numbers.
100 calorie difference.
100 calorie difference. Okay. 450 to 250. So pretty much half.
Yeah.
Half the calories eating the exact same meal. I've made both and compared both personally. Both taste the same to me. I don't notice the difference.
Does it fill you up as much or?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, 250 calories. You could be tracking your calories, eating healthy. Let's say you do want a peanut butter. I don't know if you're a big fan of them or not.
Yeah, I'm not really a big peanut butter guy. I don't eat a lot of it, but
Okay. Well, this was originally the idea came from the first episode where he said he loved peanut butter jelly sandwiches. I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit that into the diet. And then came up with this, right? So that should be it. Yeah.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Because I have this dining hall plan and I kind of want to use it.
How do you track calories at the dining hall? Yeah. I understand. I've done it before. I've gone to the dining hall with a food scale before and I've tracked my calories.
I can just do that.
That is your best option. And people might look at you like you're crazy, but you got to be focused on your goals and what you want, right? You know, food scale, it's like this big. You know, you can fit in your backpack. Yeah. I did. I walked around school with a food scale in my backpack, right? So you go to your dining hall, you just weigh it, and then you don't have to say, there are a lot of apps, and I can provide you some apps after the show that will demonstrate like actual tracking the calories. So you can
I have my Fitness Pal. That's the only one I have though.
Perfect. And do you have the premium for that?
No.
Okay. I can show you some ones that are free that have all the features of the premium in my Fitness Pal, so that'll help you out.
Awesome.
If you just weigh the food, like let's say they have fettuccine alfredo. Let's say you just fill up your plate, you weigh it beforehand, then you can eat it, and then you subtract the difference. that is how many grams of fettuccine alfredo you have. Most apps, you can just look that up and it'll give you what an average fettuccine alfredo is calorie-wise, and you can put that in. That, I would say, would it be possible to limit how often you eat there? Like, how many times are you eating there right now?
Once a day, but I basically just eat once. I eat one meal a day. I eat one big meal a day.
Okay.
Is what I've been doing.
I think one is fine. If you go to the dining hall once and you're focusing on the healthier options, and you're just weighing what you eat and you're putting it in the app, even if it's not going to be as accurate.
Does it matter if you just eat once a day as long all your calories in one meal?
Everything is a 24-hour span.
Okay.
So a lot of people say, "Oh, I try and lose weight fasting. I fast all day and then I eat a bunch at night." In some ways, that could help people with losing weight, but ultimately, it's calories in, calories out. You look at what you ate that day, what you burned that day. It doesn't matter when you ate it, where you ate it, how you ate it. It's just in and out.
Yeah.
So whatever's best for you. Some people prefer one big meal. Some people prefer tiny meals throughout the day. As long as you are within the calories and you're hitting the macros you need to hit. All right, next segment we're going to go into is our Instacart segment. Are you currently going grocery shopping on? Not really. No.
I've just been using the dining hall, really.
Okay, so this is an example of what the PB Fit looks like. I recommend it. If we actually go into the nutrition facts, you can see there is 8 grams of protein for 2 grams of fat. A lot better than normal peanut butter. We'll actually look at it right here. If you go into this and we go to ingredients, 190 calories, so it's like 3 times the calories, and 12 grams of fat compared to 7 grams of protein. That just goes, that's one example. There's so many examples of like small replacements you can make to make eating a lot healthier, and you learn those over time as you're tracking your calories and as you're trying to lose weight. So we're going to go with Publix. You have access to a Publix near you, and this is just a general idea, just to show you some healthy eating options, right? You don't currently go to the grocery store at all.
No.
If it meant guaranteeing your goals and helping you reach your goals, you would be willing to just get some groceries, cook yourself a meal. If you could meal prep once a week, like take 1 hour out of the week to cook yourself chicken, rice, and broccoli, 7 meals of it. It takes about an hour to do. And then you have lunch for the rest of the week. It also saves you money, which is great. We'll go.
But I would start that probably next semester when my dining plan runs out.
Okay. I mean, you can have the dining plan.
I want to just know what I can do for now until the end of the semester, and then next semester is when I would start doing that.
We got to make sure we're tracking the calories, though. Like the day you walk out that door.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, as long as we're doing that, for sure.
Absolutely gonna track the calories, but
starting with the chicken breast, we're gonna add that to the cart. That's pretty cheap, $8. That's the highest quality one too. We're getting the expensive stuff. If you really want to save money, my life hack is Aldi's. That is a great grocery store. So we're gonna go chicken breast, rice. What's your opinion on rice? Big fan?
I'm
not
cool
a big
with
fan?
it.
Okay. What's your opinion on noodles? You prefer rice or noodles?
Probably noodles
over rice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But also another thing. If I put like sriracha sauce, I'm a big sriracha guy. Would that make a difference? A huge difference?
Not at all.
No?
You can absolutely drench your food in sriracha. And I know that because that's what I did when I went on my prep. And I got down to 6% body fat.
Because I don't like eating just chicken, like but I'll like season it, put sriracha on it when I'm at home.
All seasonings that you use are 90%. You know, you can always look at the nutrition facts, but like paprika, cumin, garlic, all those things. Like garlic might be a little bit, but garlic powder, they're all 0 calorie.
Oh,
so you can season your food as much as you want, and you can use hot sauces specifically are the best because hot sauces are 0 calorie. Most of them. Always check the nutrition label. That's a habit you're going to build. The more you track your calories, you're always going to be checking the nutrition label, reading what it is, so you understand your food better. So we'll add. You preferred the noodles, so we'll go with that. We'll go with some pasta. The thing about pasta is it's going to be higher in carbs, higher in calories, so you just reduce.
I don't mind doing rice if that's better.
But the thing is, we want you to always be eating things you like. So if we can make it slightly more enjoyable, it just means a little bit less pasta, right? So the ratio of chicken to pasta is going to be a little bit lower. But pasta's not a bad thing for you. Bread's not a bad thing for you. there is no food that I will directly tell you, hey, don't eat this. I will say directly, don't eat it if it hasn't been put on a scale and hasn't been put in the app and it doesn't fit your macros. Let's do, what is your current take on vegetables?
Oh, I eat them all the time.
Not a picky eater?
No.
Great.
No.
Perfect.
I try to have that in every meal. Like at the dining hall, I'd say an average meal is like, I will just load my plate up with like chicken and rice and vegetables. Like, or sometimes if they have something new, I'll just have whatever they have. But like a general meal, if I'm just going there for lunch, chicken, rice, vegetables, hot sauce. Whether it's Cholula sauce or sriracha, it's just one of those. Because it makes it taste so much better.
Fine. So that's a great meal. If you track that and you put it in your app, great thing to have. What are your thoughts on Greek yogurt?
Oh, I love it.
That's another great thing. So we'll add Greek yogurt to the cart. Because Greek yogurt is high in protein. It's easy. So when you're in college and like you said, you don't have time, you can just have Greek yogurt. You can throw protein powder in it, make it even better. So we'll definitely throw that in. I like the vanilla flavored stuff.
Do you need the protein powders or?
That's ultimately going to be up to you. When you're tracking your calories and you're saying, okay, I'm having trouble getting my protein in. I can't always find access to chicken and steak or, you know, because protein tends to be one of the harder things to find and to be available. Protein powder is the opposite. It's always right there. You just throw it in some Greek yogurt, throw it in some milk. You can drink it. Tastes great. So I would definitely recommend this. And then if you get to the point where it's like, I'm struggling to hit my protein goal and stay within my calories, a lot of people either hit their protein goal, but they end up going over their calories because they have too much fat with it or too much carbs with it. But if you can hit your protein goal without the protein powder, it isn't necessary. It's just it's a supplement. It supplements if you can't.
I was just wondering because I know it's like unnatural protein. It's not like you're getting it from chicken or steak or.
Well, actually, I mean, protein powder is made of. Protein powder is perfectly healthy.
Oh, okay.
You know, a lot of people make like myths about your body can't digest it. It's actually the most bioavailable, the most digestible protein available.
Oh, okay.
So when you have 20 grams of protein powder, your body will quickly and easily digest all 20 of that. So we'll throw this in there. You said you like this. This is good. Protein powder is something I would recommend looking into. If you are worried about healthy or unhealthy, you know, they got the vegan options. If you go just like the standard, maybe. But that's up to you.
It's also really expensive is the thing.
Well, actually, I mean, when it comes down to it and you look at like the protein per dollar, when you're buying chicken compared to buying like a thing of protein powder, like this is $26. That is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But this will last you like probably 2 months.
Oh, really? Oh.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
Then that's not that bad. Like if you average it out.
Yeah, when you actually look at you're not getting this once a week. You know, Premier Protein's a pretty good one. ISO is the best brand. In my opinion, I've tried a lot because they are hydrolyzed. It's like a fancier protein. So it's
20 servings though for 35.
Yeah, slightly more expensive than getting like this one, which is like slightly lower quality. They're all the same stuff though. At the end of the day, it's really all the same. So I think we'll actually throw in some protein powder for you. You know, we'll throw the vanilla one for now, but there's so many flavors. You know, great way of doing that. Milk. If we use like Fairlife milk with the protein, I would never give someone the torture of protein powder and water.
Oh yeah,
I think that's evil. So if we can mix it with like Fairlife, which is going to be lower calorie, or even just like 2% milk. Here we go. Let's look up some milk options. So Fairlife is good. It's slightly more expensive, obviously. But you can just get the regular 2% right here. Like this is a whole gallon for $5. That's great. That's going to help you get more protein. It's just good for you in general to get your calcium, making sure you hit your nutrients. A lot of people will start tracking their calories, so they're eating less. And what happens is they're now not eating the amount of nutrients they need to be eating. All right. So that'll wrap up that segment. We're good there. Now we're going to go into the conclusion. All right, so concluding everything together, we've recognized what are your main problems.
Diet.
Diet.
Mostly diet.
And what are we going to do to fix it?
Track food.
Track food.
Track calories. Track nutrients and macronutrients.
And I think we came out to, we're starting you at 2,400?
Yeah, you said 2,400.
So we're going to start you at 2,400 calories. Your current weight is 217. We're going to give you 200 grams of protein.
Okay.
Do you think you're eating 200 grams of protein every day right now?
I think so, yeah.
That's impressive. It's a hard number to hit, but if you can do 200 grams of protein, the other should be about mostly carbs. You should have, general rule of thumb, twice as much carbs as you do fat. Fat is what you're going to have the least of because it's the highest calorie per gram. A lot of words thrown at you right now. Are you following along?
Yeah.
That's great. Love it. 2,400 calories, 200 grams of protein, tracking everything we eat. You should, and then making sure you're weighing yourself. So that's another thing. We're going to eat the calories, but we're also going to be weighing ourselves because you don't know if the calories is working or not if you're not weighing yourself every day.
For sure.
Constantly weighing yourself, tracking your weight, tracking your calories, and then just adjusting the numbers. And that's it.
And then you adjust it down if you're not losing weight. And if you... So in 2 weeks, what should my average be down to?
So if we say you're right now just 218, that is the number that we're going with.
Like, what should I be weighing at the end of, like, the year, would you say?
The end of the year,
let's say October.
That's within 2 months, right?
Today is October 19th.
So you can lose 20 pounds.
Okay.
You can lose 15 to 20 pounds. You should be losing hopefully 1.5 to 2 pounds of fat. A week.
I would love that. Yeah.
Which is a lot and it's pretty fast, but I think you can handle it. I believe
2,400 calories is still a lot of calories.
It is.
Yeah.
And over time, though, one thing to note is that as you lose weight, your base expenditure is going to go down.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to, what you're going to get is a plateau. A lot of people hit that plateau. They don't know what to do. That's what the weighing is for.
Yeah.
When you start seeing the 2 week average isn't going down at the same rate anymore and it starts to plateau, you just drop the calories.
Yeah.
Drop it 200. Then you're going to start going down again. Drop it 200. Keep going down. Oh, you're losing it too fast. It's starting to go like this. Up at 200.
Does it matter as long as you're within like 100 calories of that, or is it like a big thing? Because like it's very hard to track like exactly down to a T.
Ultimately, what you're tracking,
and for like the food scale, would it tell you how much protein and everything's in everything, or?
Well, that's what the app is for. So if you weigh the chicken, you get 200 grams of chicken. You put 200 grams of chicken in the app.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the protein. And you're gonna get the fats. It automatically does all that. So we're good there. Weighing. The accuracy. Yes, you're not going to be accurate. It's impossible. It's impossible to be accurate down to the calorie. And that's okay. As long as in the app, is there a difference? Some people tell me, is there a difference between going, if you're at 2,400, let's say you get 2,350 one day, and the next day you get 2,500. Doesn't matter. Yes. I'd say don't go over what if you're trying to lose weight, don't go over 2,400. Don't go to 2,405. Yeah. Right? Because there is an accuracy.
Yes.
We don't because you might say, oh, I only went over 100, but you might have actually went over 200. And now not only are you not losing weight, but you're undoing the progress you've done before.
Yeah.
So track everything as if you were accurate. Believe that like, okay, I'm doing the best I can to be accurate.
Yeah.
I'm going to track it all in the app as if I'm 100% accurate.
Yeah.
And then by April, that's what we had is April 1st in our scanning and our calculations, you will have lost 40 pounds. You'll be at your goal weight. From there, we start heading towards our long-term goal.
Yeah.
Where at that point, you're going to have that power. You're going to know exactly what your daily expenditure is. You're going to know exactly how many calories you have to eat. All you do is consistently work out, consistently eat healthy, get your protein in, and you'll be set for a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life.
Perfect, yeah.
Sounds good. Any questions that you have before we end it?
That's really it, yeah. I appreciate all the information, though, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to implement all of this minute I walk out that door, so.
Love to hear, and we'll check back in with you for the follow-up episodes. We'll be good to go. All right.
All right, yep.
Thank you for the episode.
Thank you.
Remember to like, subscribe. Have a great day.
Yep.